Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of Meet the Musicians. My name is Mark Thielen, Music Director of the Imperial Symphony, and tonight we have a very dear friend of mine and one of the wily old veterans of the ISO, and his name is Mike. Whoops, I kicked my stand here. His name is Michael Sedloff, Principal Cellist. And so welcome, Mike. It's a pleasure to have you. And the first thing I always ask everyone, how you doing during this virus?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm staying busy. I've been teaching at Florida Southern. I've got 3 classes going on there. And so I've been teaching the last month or so from remote online teaching. So
How's that been going for you?
it's actually been working pretty well. Music history kids do presentations on various topics, and I distribute that. And we've got chapter quizzes, and they all submit all their work to me, and I distribute it and rate it.
Yeah, I guess it's just a different way of presenting and collecting. So
Yeah.
have you heard anything from the college? I know some colleges are even talking about, well, we're going to continue online in the fall. Have they said anything about that?
I haven't heard anything. I'm really hoping that's
Yeah,
back in the classroom.
I hope they don't.
It's
You know, I, music theory, music history, things like that might work, but orchestra's not going to work. I mean,
no, and strict.
I think you said you've done a few online lessons, and
Yeah.
I've done a few, but it's
Um,
certainly not the same as being there. And
yeah, and string pedagogy isn't going to really work either.
I bet. Yeah. Well,
So,
we can hope.
yeah.
So tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, my daughter is finishing up her master's degree in violin performance at the University of Oregon in Eugene. She just gave her master's degree recital the first week of March, and we were very fortunate that these restrictions hadn't gone in place, and we were able to go out there and spend a few days with her. And my son and daughter-in-law live in Tampa, and he was a math major in college, and he works for a company in the Tampa area doing what I like to refer to as forensic accounting.
Wow.
Deals with accounts that they have and just kind of processing checks and payments and things like that. And he and his wife are expecting their first child.
Oh, congratulations. Aren't
So,
you too young to be a grandfather? I know you're not, but I'm just making you look good.
I like to think so, it's, numbers don't lie.
So when is it due?
It's due in October.
Okay. All right. I have a Katie, my second one. She was a Halloween baby. I don't know if it's going to be that late, but we can certainly remember her birthday.
Yeah, well, definitely. My sister was born the day after Halloween.
Okay.
She just missed it.
So you've been playing cello, I know, forever, but man, how'd you get started with cello?
But let me get back to that for just a second, because
Sure.
Back to family, I can't leave out my wife.
Oh, that's true. All right.
Norma is, and she's a violinist. She plays with the Imperial Symphony on occasion. But she's also a licensed mental health counselor, and she's been doing kind of a variety of telehealth and in-person visits with her clients.
Okay. Now, has this impacted her caseload at all, or?
I think to a certain degree it has.
Yeah.
To a certain degree it has.
Yeah. This is probably a good time to practice that. I mean, so many people are in dire straits over all this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully, fortunately, we have people like Norma to help them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, so the way I got started is in my hometown. Beginning strings were taught in the summer before 5th grade.
Okay.
Winds had to wait until the school year. And I was just anxious to start learning an instrument. When I was in 4th grade, I was thinking, what do I want to play? Do I want to play a wind instrument? Do I want to do something like oboe or French horn or trumpet? Or do I want to do a string instrument? So that's why I went to the string instrument, because I could get started faster.
Right.
And my mother and my older brother played violin, and I wanted to do something different. So I chose the cello.
Fantastic. Now I know, I think you went to Tremper High School,
I did. Yes.
Kenosha, Wisconsin, and
Yeah.
I will tell the people listening that at least then, and probably I don't know how it is now, but that was one of the best high school orchestra programs in the country. I mean, for
Yeah.
what they were doing, I know
Hmm.
they were noted. They were one of the first ones probably to do strolling strings, and
Yeah.
I guess obviously you were here when they came down to Lakeland and did a show, and it's
Right.
something to behold. About an hour and a half, all memorized, and don't you
Yeah.
work up there with them?
Well, I did sectionals for them for about 10 years.
Uh-huh.
When school is over in June, they take the whole ensemble, about 40 people, and they bus them to a college campus about 100 miles away, and they do like a 5-day boot camp,
Right.
playing 8 or 9 hours a day, and they bring in clinicians to do sectionals and things like that.
Wow.
So I did, for about 10 years, I did sectionals with them, and I got a chance to work with my former high school director on a daily basis and kind of see things from the teacher perspective instead of from the student perspective, and really it was quite an inspirational time for me as well, because he's kind of a Paul Roland
Right.
kind of background, and I really learned a lot from watching him.
Right. For those of you, when he mentions the name Paul Roland, is one of the most respected pedagogues of the string instrument world, and so
Yeah.
he was around when we were young, and he's still mentioned and respected, and it's great.
Yeah.
So Mike is one who's constantly playing around, not only with the ISO, but you name an orchestra, he's played with them, and you name an opera, he's played it, and name a pop artist, he's kind of we call him the gig meister,
Yeah.
And so obviously you were very impacted with the virus as far as things being canceled on you.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, and I had the privilege to play with Mike and Paula Parche at the college in the Hollingsworth Trio, and we had a wonderful concert lined up. We were inviting guests with us to play, and of course that got canceled, and of course ISO got canceled, and several things canceled as well, weddings and the such. So hopefully we can get back to all that.
I would certainly love that.
I bet. Oh my gosh. And one thing you might know about Mike, but Mike's Jewish, and I reap the benefits of that every Hanukkah when I go. He has a huge latke party, and he makes a mean latke, I can tell you that. And
Yeah.
look forward to that every year, and we appreciate your hospitality with that. So, Mike, what are you going to play for us tonight?
Well, I'm going to play Sarah Bond from the Bach Third Suite in C major. Bach wrote 6 unaccompanied suites for cello. And the Sarah Bond is a slow movement and really brings out the chordal kind of sound of the instrument, because you're playing more than one note at a time through most of it. It really helps make that instrument sound big and full.
You can't go, if you listen to 2 cellists talk, you can't go more than a minute and a half without them mentioning a Bach suite or 2, just the way it is. It's kind of the Bible of cellists, as it should be, because they're wonderful music. All right.
There's just so much music in there, and so much that you can do with these, and every time you play it, you find something a little bit different.
Right, exactly. All right.
So here's a little Bach.
All right, great. Well, thank you, Mike, for taking time. And stay safe, of course, and hopefully
Thank
we'll
you.
be back making
You
some
too.
music together. Okay?
All right.
All right. Good night, Mike.
Yeah.
Bye.